I'm Sam McKegg, and this is Saskatchewan. It's summer, the season of theater festivals, concerts, blockbuster movies, and binging television. And wrapped up in that is one of our biggest exports. We have so many talented people from our province that have reached impressive heights. Some of them admit they were born here, but they don't really ever come back or give back. But that is not the case for Kim Coates. He was born in Saskatoon, went to the University of Saskatchewan, and signed up for an acting class on a whim. And to say it worked out for him is an understatement. He still holds the title of the youngest actor to take on the title role of Macbeth at the legendary Stratford Theatre in Ontario. But a lot has changed for him since then. I cannot list everything he's been in, but Pearl Harbor, Black Hawk Down, Silent Hill, CBC Street Legal, Prison Break, of course, Sons of Anarchy, and most recently, The Walking Dead, Dead City, and American Primeval. Kim, welcome to the podcast. Where are you as we speak?
Sam, you just rattled off my part of my bio so beautifully. Way to go.
Oh, thank you.
And you didn't even have a head start. It was just right in front of you. Here we go. You did it.
Are you on holidays or are you at home?
I'm in Western Canada. I'm lucky to have a few spots around the world. I left LA I think it was in LA for 6 weeks. As you know, the terrible fires that happened in Altadena, the Eaton fire and the Pacific Palisades fire were a brutal reminder of how crazy Mother Nature can be. And my house did survive. I think I think a lot of people in Saskatchewan know that by now. Mm-hmm. It did survive by the chinny chin chin. We're very, very lucky. And so I've been back a lot over the last 4 months, tending to that and the community and giving back and things like that. But yeah, now I'm in Western Canada. I've told my people, unless it's Spielberg or you, Sam, from Saskatchewan, a big shot that's calling to offer me something good. I really want to take the summer off and do a couple of charities, a couple of signings, and hopefully the fall will continue to stay big and strong for Kim Coates.
Talk to me about growing up in Saskatoon. How the heck did you go from the Bridge City to Hollywood and all of these other places that you live now?
Yeah, it's, it's just, it was fate, really, Sam. I mean, I had never seen a play in my life. I was such a jock. I was I had a beautiful muscle car, and then I had a 58 Chevy Impala graffiti model, and Murray Totland, one of my best friends in Saskatoon, helped me fix that up for a while. And then I went to school, university. I was going to be a history teacher. I wanted to teach history, and I had an elective. I didn't even know what the word elective meant. It meant I could take anything I kind of wanted. And drama popped out on this page of this incredible encyclopedia of the U of S classes. And I said, you know what? I'll take a drama class. I'll pass that for sure. And the rest is history. I mean, I ended up falling in love with theater and Shakespeare and Tennessee Williams and all that. My life truly started when I was 19, going to the University of Saskatchewan, taking a drama class. So, yeah, I think I did about 25 plays over the 4 years I was there, including summer stock. So that's just unreal, right? 25 plays over 4 years. So I must have loved it. And I guess I knew what I was doing because it all worked out.
Is it true you had never seen a theater production or a play before you even took that class?
No, it's true. My first play I ever saw was Equus at the University of Saskatchewan when I was in my first year. And I was just watching this play on stage and I was going, what is going on? This is just the greatest thing. And the story was unbelievable. And there was nudity and there was these guys pretending to be horses. And it was just crazy good. And blew my mind. And so, the rest is history.
How does growing up somewhere like Saskatoon, which is a smaller city, help foster talent like yours and give you experiences compared to someone who maybe moves to LA or moves to New York at the same age, hoping to make it big?
Yeah, I don't know. I've always said this, that I was so fortunate to have parents. My mom's still alive, 95, doing great, Saskatoon. I come home to see her at least 6 or 7 times a year. Love her like crazy. My dad passed away just before Sons of Anarchy started. But for me, to have such my little brother Dean still there, who I love and miss, listen, we had a great family. My dad was the poet. My dad played the harmonica and the spoons. My mom and dad both worked their butts off for three kids, running around, tossing shit all the time, throwing buns at dinner. You know, hockey, sports. Look, you know this. I think Canadians are some of the funniest people in the world. I think we better have a sense of humor, especially you're from Regina, I'm from Saskatoon. If you don't know how to survive in the winters in the prairies, you're not going to survive. So I think humor goes a long way. And I think that's why a lot of Canadians, if they find their bliss and follow into acting or singing or comedy, and if you're talented and you're not afraid to learn, it can really work out. And we have the whole British thing going on, right? With you mentioned Stratford, you mentioned there's the Shaw Festival. There's all kinds of theaters across Canada that are well viewed, and people go to them all the time. And I think theater is a big thing in Canada, and it certainly was for me.
Youngest person ever to play Macbeth at Stratford. That place is an institution. How important is theater to you today?
It's very important. It's very important. The last play I had done up until 2018 was in 1991. I did Streetcar. I did it on Broadway, as you know. And then the late Larry Lillo asked me to do it with Denise Mitchell at the Playhouse Theater in Vancouver. And I said I'd scream Stella one more time for him. And that was the last play I'd done. I've been offered theater all through the 90s, early 2000s. But, you know, I had a family and I was moving from Toronto to New York and LA and so much going on. And I said no to it all to continue my rise in the film world. So when that film world and TV world was pretty much established, I couldn't wait to go back to stage. And I did in 2018 when I did the play Jerusalem in Toronto with the beautiful, talented daughter, Brenna Coates. She was on Broadway herself for a play called The Wolves, and she was able to come and be on stage with Dad, and you couldn't get a ticket. We won it's not about winning, but we won every Canadian Tony that we were, the Dora Maver Moore Awards. We were 9 for 9, best actor, best play, best director, best everything, best ensemble, favorite. You couldn't get tickets. It was a very harrowing experience for me. I didn't die every night on stage, but I could have. It's like 3 hours and 20 minutes, Jess Butterworth. It's an epic play. Sir Mark Lawrence, this is an epic play that was done only once or twice before in London and in New York. Pretty happy to go back to stage in 2018.
Okay, level with me. When did you know you were famous?
Oh, I'm not famous.
Okay. There had to be a moment, the first time, that has to stick with you. What was the first moment that you knew, oh man, people know who I am, my privacy, those kinds. I mean, you're striving for it. Don't kid yourself. That's part of the industry. But when did you know? What role was it that you were like, oh, okay, this is a thing?
I don't know. I really don't know. But I'll never forget, at Stratford, playing Macbeth at 27 years old, John Neville directed. You come backstage and you get all these kids in those Wednesday afternoon matinees who want your autograph. And I thought, well, this is kind of cool. And then you go to New York and you're asked to take over for Aidan Quinn on Broadway at Circle in the Square for Streetcar Named Desire, Blythe Danner, Frances McDormand. And you star on that play for 3 months. And people backstage going, oh my God, oh my God. And then Hollywood discovers you and you go to LA and you star in The Last Boy Scout with Bruce Willis, my buddy who's going through such a hard time now. So sad with Bruce. And then you do 4 movies in a row for Warner Brothers, and then you do Waterworld, and then you get your green card. Look, celebrity has never, ever, ever been my thrust, Sam, ever. However, I didn't want to work with the best people in the best movies I didn't care if it was Thunder Bay or New York. I really didn't. I just wanted to work with the best people. And when you get your green card, that means you're paying taxes down there and you're doing something really special and neat. And then you get your citizenship. And of course, I'm Canadian first, always will be, especially today with what's going on. But I'm an international actor, and I think Sons of Anarchy, Sam, for me, before that, it was, oh, you're the guy in Black Hawk, you're the guy in Prison Break, or you're the guy in Goon, or you're the guy in whatever. But when they started calling me by my name, you're Kim Coates. It wasn't until Sons of Anarchy that I really realized that I guess I am a bit of a thing, because people knew my name everywhere I went, and selfies everywhere. And it's been a very the power of TV, Sam. I had no idea. I was just a film guy, film stage, the odd arc, CSI Miami, Prison Break, stuff like that. But I had no idea about the power about being on a show like Sons, which was so huge around the world, and what that can do to your career.
Is that what you still hear the most about, is your time on Sons? Or has? I ask with an asterisk, because you're part of the Walking Dead fan base now. You're part of the Walking Dead family. Ryan Hurst also dabbled in the Walking Dead universe. Yeah. That's a whole other cult fan base away from Sons of Anarchy. So who claims you as their own now?
You nailed it. No, you nailed it. I knew that when we were doing Sons of Anarchy, Sam, there was Sons of Anarchy, The Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, and Mad Men. Those were the 5 huge cable hits from that 2007 to 2015 period, right? So I would see Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Norman Reedus at these signings and certain shows and Comic-Cons in San Diego, and we'd hug and hey, hi. So to be invited, 11 years later after Sons ended, to be on the Walking Dead universe as the character I played, Bruegel, it was mind-blowing. It was as big as Sons. It was the set in Boston. We were there 4 months, couldn't go anywhere. I mean, people know me from the Sons. They know me from my work. But to be invited to play with Jeffrey Dean Morgan and his Lucille Batt and Lauren Cohen and be in that universe and have a completely different character than Tig, I think it's good for me, and it was really good for the fan base. And now that it's over, I mean, it was only 8 shows. I can talk about it, and it was a wonderful time. They treated me really well, and I had a lot of fun.
Is Mr. Morgan as wonderful as he seems?
He broke the mold, that guy. No, he's just a sweetheart.
For some people, he's still Denny Duquette, so let's not get it twisted. Some people still see him as Mr. Grey's Anatomy, right?
No, it's so true. And people will always think of me as Tig. I mean, there are certain people that you can't get a character out of your head when you do that guy. But, I've said this all along, and so is Jeffrey. We're actors. It's fiction. We're creating a character, and he's the best. He's the best. I love that guy.
Sons of Anarchy finished December of 2014, more than 10 years ago. Are you all still connected? Do you still, it seemed like a brotherhood. Was it actually a brotherhood?
Yeah, it really was. There's just no doubt about it. The sadness of saying goodbye to something that big for 7 years like that is we all knew in May we would all meet again and be knuckleheads again and do this crazy show again and do dinners again and ride our bikes again and have these security guards outside of our beautiful little studio in Sherman, like Burbank area, where there was hundreds of fans every morning waiting for Charlie or Booney or Tommy or Theo or Ronnie or me to just pull up on our bikes, and they would go nuts. And so those times will never be forgotten, but I miss those times. But the show had to end. It was getting so crazy and so incredibly violent that last season. We didn't know where Kurt was taking us on whatever ride and how it was going to end. But we see each other all the time. I see Ronnie all the time. I see Theo as much as I can. Booney and Tommy I see the most because we do a lot of Comic-Cons and we get to hang out that way and charities. Like I'm doing a big charity for Vaughn Wyant in Kelowna. Mm-hmm. It's a big ride on August the 9th, which gives all its proceeds to Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Oh, nice.
They're flying Booney for that, and I'll be there. It's an incredible day. Vaughn's just he gives back to the community so much. He really does.
He's a Saskatchewan guy too, right?
Saskatoon, born and bred. Yeah, he broke the mold as well, and Lori Leach and his whole team. And I'm also coming home to Saskatoon before I forget. At the end of August for Synergy 8, all the boys at Synergy 8, that incredible company that continues to give back to, the Jim Pattison, the Children's Hospital. There's 8 guys, Troy Davies and his team that are just unbelievable, these guys. And they're bringing in Corey Connors, the big Canadian golfer. They raised so much money, big dinner, Prairie Land, end of August. Look that up. I can't wait to come home for that too.
Okay, back to Suns though.
Yeah.
Do you still have the vest?
Look at me trying to get my charities in there.
That's fine.
Yes. What do you mean, Sam? Do I have the best? Best
the vest.
What? Like,
do you still have the vest?
oh, the cut. The cut.
The cut.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't use the lingo.
Cut or the leather. Yeah, the
Your
leathers.
leathers, yes.
It's hidden somewhere in my house in LA. I never put it on ever, but I know where it is. And did you know that I did the Mayans? Did you know I finally started the Mayans? And so
did they give you a different
me,
costume for that?
Not at all. They said when the whole deal was being worked out, they said to my people, does Kim still have his cut? And does he still have his bike? And of course, my answer was, yes, I do. And if you think that I'm going to bring that bike on that set, you're going to have to come up with a little bit more money, which they did. and so I got to ride my bike, be with Amelia Rivera, spend 2 days reliving that guy, Tig Traeger. I still have the cut, but I never wear it unless it's for the Mayans. It's safely away from everything. Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't have it like framed on a wall. Like is that one of your most prized possessions?
It is one of my most prized, but I might want to put it on. Like I don't want it on a wall, even though that would be incredible, right? I think a lot of the guys did that. I know Ryan Hurst did when we finally took Ryan off the show. He hung his up.
Finally took Ryan off the show. He had one of the most dramatic, awful, sad, cried into my pillow endings on that show.
People are still not over that.
No.
That was the beginning of the end, really, for a lot of people, right? I mean, what I meant by finally is Kurt Sutter was always threatened by the reviewers. Oh, he never kills any of the leads. Oh, he never really gets rid of any of the leads. Well, he started with Ryan, and it just went boom, 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 boom until the final season 7, when almost everybody was gone.
Crazy. Okay. You are longtime married. You've been married as long as I've been alive.
175 years. Yeah, we've been married a long time.
1984, 2 kids, grandkids, yes?
No grandkids. Just Kyla. Kids? Just kids. My daughter Kyla got married almost 2 years ago to Ryan Jones, beautiful guy, chemist, love him to death. And Brenna, the youngest, the actress, she's been dating a beautiful guy who's a surgeon. He just got his residency over with like a week ago. They're going on a massive holiday now to celebrate the 5 years of him being in prison, 18 hours a day, surgery, ears, nose, throat specialist. We're so proud of him. So they're doing great. Yeah, Di and me, I don't know, 40 years.
What's the secret? Like, I'm getting married in September. What is the secret to
Good
long...
luck.
What's the secret to a long, healthy marriage? I mean, you've been married 41 years and you're in Hollywood, which adds extra crazy.
Yeah, no, it's all Diana. It's all her. She let me be me. She let me do my thing. She wanted to be a mother, and she's the best in the world. And she had 2 daughters, and healthy and great girls. And she drove them to school while I'm off doing my movies. And when I was home full time. Like a lot of people go, oh, I don't know if I could be an actor because you're not around your kids. But I got to tell you. And, Eric Bana and I talk about this, Billy Fichtner, Matt Craven, all my buddies, we talk about this, that when you're away, you are away. And it's hard. Black Hawk Down, I was gone 4 months. That's hard. But when you're home, you're home. You're doing the dishes. You're dressing those kids. You're driving them. You're taking them to, like, Kyla was an incredible golfer. Brenna was an incredible baseball player. I helped coach. When you're home 24/7. So, look, me and Di, all the ups and downs that come along with any marriage, like seriously, it's because of her. She held the homeland together. she held it all together, and she's funny as you know what, and so am I think. And we love certain things. We're like oil and water, but we wouldn't want it any other way. It's all worked out.
What kind of coach is Kim Coates?
Yeah. I don't know. I wish I could have coached hockey. That was really my sport, right? But both my girls didn't play hockey. They skate like no one's business. But baseball and golf, I love golf. What was I like? I'm just there to look pretty. So, let's face it. There's that pretty guy on the sideline. He's an actor. Yeah, I'm just there to be pretty.
Just there for the title.
Yeah.
You've always stayed really connected to Saskatchewan. Obviously, you've talked about how your family's still in Saskatoon. You've got this dual citizenship. Why is it important for you to keep that connection? There are so many actors from here that go away and never come back. Why is it important to you to stay close to your roots?
I just feel at home in Canada, and I knew I always would. I just couldn't believe I was such a unafraid guy to fail. Like I didn't, failure never scared me of going to New York. What if it doesn't work out? Or, going to LA. What if none of it scared me because I wasn't smart enough to be scared of anything. I really dug right in, and I realized, wait a minute, I just got to New York. I got my SAG card. I'm in Miami Vice. Wait a minute. I'm on Broadway starring in Streetcar. Wait a minute. The late Marion Doherty, one of the greatest casting people in the planet, discovers me, and I'm in The Last Boy Scout, The Client, Innocent Blood before you could do that. So I wasn't afraid of anything. But for me, I never feel more at home than when I'm back home, which is Canada. And Diana and myself and both my girls who live in LA, we're Canadians first, and we always will be. And everyone knows that. In fact, all my friends now want to be Canadian. I mean, it's a horror show down there right now. And we're not going to talk politics, but it's a horror show. It really is. And so for me to be a proud Canadian and talk about it every day that I get the opportunity to, I'll never stop. This is the greatest country in the world.
So is being from Saskatoon a superpower?
Yes. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Sure, why not?
Okay, you're coming off promoting two very different series in the last couple months. American Primeval, Walking Dead, Dead City at the same time. Those are very different roles, Kim. How did filming line up for those? Were you going from zombies to religious character and back and forth? Maybe give people who don't know a sense of what the two characters were, and then we can talk about how the filming lined up.
Sure. No, real quick, it's easy. 2022, November, I get a call from my people. Peter Berg wants to talk to you, the great director, actor Peter Berg, Oscar nominated, lone survivor, a million other things, incredible talent. He calls me on the phone. He goes, I want you to play Brigham Young. And I said, I knew about the series. I knew about the limited series. I said, I'm not religious at all. I don't have religion. I'm a peaceful, loving, spiritual. We should all love one another. It's all bullshit. Religion to me is not, my religion is not that. It's not organized. Fine. So he goes, sure, no problem. And then I said, can I call you right back? He goes, sure. I looked Brigham Young up. I knew who he was. I knew Joseph Smith. I knew the Mormon, but not my, and I looked at this guy, Brigham Young. Sam, I looked just like him. Blue eyes, cheekbones. His hair was blonde. Mine's not. So I called him back, and we started talking about the guy. And then I got sent the 6 scripts, and I said to my people, I want to play this guy. I really do. So I gained a little weight. I dyed my hair. I bleached it. I was long at the time, perfect. Brigham Young couldn't grow any facial hair until he was about 65. He was 56, 57 at the time we filmed. All right. So we started filming in 23 in Santa Fe. 4 months, snow, mountains, real wolves. Taylor Kitsch, Betty Gilpin, Shea Wiggum, myself, the other leads. Everyone's trying to survive. The Emmys are coming out in 3 weeks, the nominations. I'll be very shocked if we don't get nominated for quite a few things here and there, fingers crossed. The reviews were off the charts. It's very violent, but it's true. It was a true happening. It's called a fictional dramatization of a true event That's how Netflix is telling me. All the press that I did a year ago for this thing, or in January when it opened. Anyway, very proud of that guy. So no, baby, I was done that show before I got offered The Walking Dead, which was last year in 2024. So when I got offered Dead City, we were in Boston for 4 months. And then right after that, I went to Rome. Did you know I'm starring with Kevin James in the biggest rom-com? It'll be out Valentine's Day, called Solo Mio. Andrea Bocelli's in it. He sings in it. Kevin's so freaking good. I'm the third lead. I mean, honestly, my mom is not going to believe this movie. There's no swearing. Allison Hannigan plays my wife.
No way.
The star. And it's our third honeymoon. We always get divorced, and then we go right back to one another. We're funny. We hate each other. We love each other. We're in Rome. We were there 2 months filming. That's going to be huge. That's coming out in Valentine's Day, 3,500 theaters. Get ready for that. And yeah, Walking Dead. So no, the timing couldn't have been better. I got to fit them all in.
Have you ever done a rom-com before?
Never.
How do you prep for a rom-com when you're used to riding around on motorcycles and clubbing zombies?
I have superpowers. I'm from Saskatoon, Sam. That's what I do. I reach inside my cape and I go, okay, rom-com. Funny. Don't be an idiot. Oh, wait. No, be an idiot. Oh, and I made stuff up. And Danny and Chuck, Kiernan, the two directors, were just so unbelievable with me and everybody, letting us ad lib. Kevin James is he's a big friend of mine. So to work with Kevin again, I think I've worked with him 5 or 6 times now. It's great to do comedy. I love comedy the most. I really do.
Well, Kim, this has been fantastic. Is there anything else you want to say?
Go Riders, go.
Go Riders, go.
Congrats. Have a wonderful wedding.
Thank you, Kim. I appreciate this so much.
We'll talk down the line here.
Yeah, if anything ever comes up, if you're in town, shoot me a text.
I will.
Okay, take care.
Take care.
Okay,
bye.
Bye-bye. Special thanks to Candace Lipsky and our sound technician, Mike Sweeney. Don't forget to click follow so you don't miss an episode. And if you like what you heard, please share this with a friend. I'm Sam McKeag. Talk to you next week.